Good morning, 8th graders. Welcome to the lesson. Today we're going to revise Units 5 and 6 exercises. Open your student's book on page 62 so that you can write the answers with me. Let's start with question number 3. Complete the sentences. This is a revision for Unit 5, phrasal verbs, page 50. Complete the sentences with the phrasal verbs in the box. Log on. Log on means to connect to a system by giving your username and password, so the system recognizes you as an approved user. Tune in. Tune in is when you listen or view a radio or television broadcast. Turn off. Will you stop operating devices or electrical devices by pushing a button? Turn on. You operate devices by pushing a button. Turn over is to change to another channel. Turn up, to increase the volume. So let's look at the first sentence. Plug in the computer. Plug in means to attach the computer wire to electricity. So after you plug in the computer, you turn on the computer with this button. So you have to use turn on. Can we log on to the internet at that cafe? So here you have to write your username and password, and the system will recognize you if you are an approved user. Number 3. I can't hear the song. Can you turn up the volume, please? And if you can't hear, you have to increase the volume. Number 4. You should tune in to the Langton show on Radio 5 Live. It's really fun. So you have to adjust the radio program onto Radio 5. Number 5. This is boring. Let's turn over to the sports channel, and that means to change the channel. Number 6. Let's turn off the radio. I don't want to listen to it anymore, and that means to stop operating the radio. Unit 6, Household Nouns, page 55. Exercise 4. Complete the text with the correct household nouns. I'll show you around my flat. Flat means apartment. This is the kitchen. Under the window is the sink where I do the washing up every evening. So you wash up dishes in the sink. I love cold drinks, so it's a bit annoying that our fridge is so small. Here you have to use the household noun fridge because you reserve food and drinks in the fridge. I've never used the cooker because my parents do all the cooking. So you cook on the cooker. This is my room, opposite the kitchen. I usually do my homework sitting there, at my desk. So in your room, you do your homework at your desk. Have a look at my CDs. They're on those shelves above the desk. So you put books and CDs on shelves. And my stereo is behind you. I love my room and I spend most of my time in here, except when I'm sitting on an armchair. We use the preposition in with armchair and the preposition on with sofa, or laying on the sofa in the living room. And we also place the sofa against the TV or in front of the TV so that you can watch it. And this is the revision for Unit 6, Have and Make, page 58. Complete the sentences with the correct form of have or make. Are you hungry? Have you had breakfast yet? And we say have breakfast, have dinner, have lunch. And here we have used the past participle because the tense is in the present perfect. And how do you know that it's a present perfect? Well, one of the keywords that you have yet at the end of the question. Number 2, did you have fun last weekend? And here you have to use the base form of have because you have the auxiliary verb did, and after auxiliary verbs we use the infinitive form for the main verbs. We've run 10 kilometers. Let's have a rest now. And here it's also a present perfect tense. Number 4, when I cook the dinner, I always make a mess. So we say make a mess. And this is in the present simple. You have the adverb always. It's a frequency adverb, and we use frequency adverbs with present simple. Yesterday, which is in the past tense, I had a burger and some chips for lunch. Number 6, why is she crying? Does she have a problem? And here is the present simple tense, and we have the auxiliary verb does. He didn't come with us. So by looking at the tenses of the sentence, you can see that it's in the past simple. So he made an excuse. We say you make an excuse. And here we've used the past simple tense. Number 8, can I use your mobile to make a phone call? So we say you make a phone call. And now let's answer the Unit 5 will and first conditional exercises, page 48-49. Open your student's book on page 63. Exercise 5. Complete the sentences with will or want and the verbs in the box. And when we answer the sentences, we have to talk about the uses of will in each sentence. We have the verbs forget, help, watch, snow, take off, win. The rule for will or want is that after modal verbs, after will or want, we have to use the infinitive form. Number 1, do you think that Juventus will win the finals? And this is a prediction. Number 2, don't worry, I'll help you to make the dinner. And we use will to offer help. Number 3, she won't forget, she always remembers people's names. And we use will to make promises, so this is a promise. Number 4, it's a cold winter. They say that it will snow. And here we have made a prediction about the future. Number 5, I've got a lot of homework, so I won't watch TV this evening. And this is also a prediction. Number 6, so this is an instant decision. Number 6, will the plane take off on time? So here we're predicting if the plane will take off on time. Exercise 6. Match 1 to 6 with A to F to form first conditional sentences. So in this exercise, it's about the first conditional. We use the first conditional for probable or possible situations in the present and future, with possible and probable results in the present or future. Number 1, we won't arrive on time. The answer is if we don't hurry up. Number 2, if I see him, and the answer is E, I'll give him the book. Number 3, you'll see the library, and the answer is C, when you get to the end of the road. Number 4, she'll be happy, with D, when she sees you. Number 5, they won't go on the internet, with B, if there isn't a computer. Number 6, when I'm hungry, with A, I'll eat a sandwich. Page 64, Exercise 7. Complete the text with the first conditional form of the verbs in brackets. Tim, my Deluxe 512 computer doesn't work. Amy, okay. When you use the computer for the first time. So, number 1 answers use. You will see a red light. If the red light isn't on, you will have to check the cable connection. Tim, I've checked the cables. Amy, if the screen is still off, you will need to start up the computer again. Tim, I don't understand. Amy, are you sure the electricity is on? If you haven't plugged in the computer, it won't work. Tim, oh no, I forgot to plug it in. Exercise 9. Order the second conditional sentences. Will you use the second conditional for improbable or impossible situations or imaginary situations? Number 1. If you passed all your exams, your parents would be really happy. Number 2. If Manchester United won the cup final, if Manchester United won the cup final, they would play in Europe next year. Number 3. I'd use the internet if I had computer. Number 4. And this is a question, so we start here in this question with would. Would they come with us if they had more time? And we can see the question mark at the end of the sentence. Number 6. If I went to Switzerland, I would go snowboarding. And the last sentence. If you had a lot of money, would you lend me some? Exercise 10. Complete the second conditional sentences with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. So the rule for the second conditional is to use past simple with the if clause or with the condition clause, and the result clause you have to use would, wouldn't, and the infinitive. If you went to bed earlier, you wouldn't feel so tired. If they cycled, they'd get there quicker. You wouldn't be cold if you put on your jacket. If I told you my secret, would you be happier? We wouldn't pass the exams if we didn't study. If they saw the new video, they'd love it. She'd be very fit if she ran every day. Exercise 12. Choose the correct answer. In Korea, a lot of people play live online computer games. A lot of people, 15 million, have registered to play online games such as EverQuest. So we use a lot of with countable and uncountable nouns in the affirmative, negative, and questions to express a large quantity or a large quantity of something. So are there any reasons why Koreans love gaming? We use any with the uncountable nouns and with countable and uncountable nouns in negative and questions. So here we have used it with the countable noun reasons. One reason is that online gamers feel that they are part of the community. They play against real people in a lot of countries around the world. Some gamers spend more than 5 hours every day playing games. And here we have used some. We use some with countable and uncountable nouns in the affirmative. And here we've used it with gamers. And it's a countable noun. Another reason is that in Korea, there are a few pro gamers. So we use a few with countable nouns to express a small quantity. In some, we don't say the exact quantity. Professional gamers who earn a lot of money from international gaming competitions. A few pro gamers earn $500,000 a year, and they enjoy the same status as sports stars in Europe. And now, workbook revision exercises. Open your workbook on page 47. Exercise 4. Complete the text with the words in the box. Computer, furniture, get, log, put, speaker, turn, and website. Crazy inventions. Next time you're online, log on to crazyinventions.com. It's such a fantastic website. They've got an amazing wardrobe, and it isn't just for your clothes. It looks like a normal piece of furniture, but it's electronic. When you turn on the wardrobe in the morning, the computer inside it will get information about the weather from the internet. Then a speaker tells you what the weather is going to be like, and the wardrobe chooses the best clothes for you to put on. Page 49. Grammar revision. Exercise 5. Complete the sentences. Use the second conditional form of the verbs in brackets. If we had 1 million, we wouldn't know what to do. And so we use past simple with the if clause, would and or wouldn't, and the infinitive in the result clause. Number 2. If you bought a printer, you'd find it really useful. Number 3. It would be strange if it snowed in Italy in summer. Number 4. I wouldn't like it if I lived in a cold country. Number 5. If you met the Queen, what would you say? Exercise 6. Complete the sentences with the quantifiers in the box. We have any, a few, a little, a lot of, money, and much. So, number 1. He invited 30 friends to his party. He invited 30 friends to his party, but only a few people came. So we use a few to express a small quantity with countable nouns. In the affirmative. Number 2. Here are some crisps. Stop, I don't want too many. We use many with countable nouns to express a large quantity. Number 3. Mary is very popular. She's got a lot of friends. And here we have used a lot of with the countable noun friends, and we can use it with uncountable noun to express a large quantity. Number 4. Would you like some cake? Just a little. I'm not very hungry. Here we have used a little with the with uncountable nouns to express a small quantity. Number 5, we've eaten all the biscuits. There aren't any more in the cupboard. And here we have used any with the uncountable noun biscuits. We can use any with countable and uncountable nouns in questions and negatives. I can't afford a new CD. I haven't got much money this month. We use much with uncountable nouns in negative sentences to say that there's a large quantity. Exercise 8. Complete the dialogue with the words in the box. A lot of, any, are you doing, buy, decide, I'll be, many, I'm meeting, are going to get, won't have. Rob, are you doing anything on Saturday afternoon? Lisa, yes, I'm meeting Sue in town. We're going to get some new shoes. Shoes? You don't need any more shoes. Lisa, yes I do, I haven't got many pairs. In a shoe shop. Sue, they're really cool. Lisa, yes, but they're very expensive. If I buy these, I won't have much money left. Do you prefer the other ones? Sue, come on, Lisa. You've tried on a lot of shoes this afternoon. It'll be dark at the time you decide which ones to buy.